we're out here at the farm. I'm feeling better. My vertigo isn't as bad as you can tell. I'm up on the tractor and I watch this thing fall down and I'm back to square one. But as you can see here, our iron clay peas came up. I planted these last week. And then we got, the day after I planted them, we got 3 inches of rain. Then we got a couple of hot days. And then we got a little bit more rain, 1.5 inches of rain. So they've germinated really well. I think I did a pretty good job on this field right here. This is not that big of a patch. Well, you know what? It's a decent food plot. This is a summer food plot. It is iron and clay peas. There is some lab in there. I also threw in some Milo. I didn't use any like seed Milo. I just bought, you know, a regular feed Milo. It usually comes up fairly decent. And I also threw some Paratovic sunflower. Now, Paratovic is fancy name for just black oil sunflowers. Those were seed kind, and this is the north field. What we'll do here later on is that hopefully we'll get a good stand of wheat and ryegrass going for the summertime. I mean, not for the summertime, for the wintertime. There's our G-shaped hog trap. That's the one I hurt myself with. And Angie's working on one of the solar panels for the feeder there. Now, what I want to bring your attention to now is that this is a protein feeder, as you can see right here. And we make our own protein feed. We just don't feed corn. I have a friend of mine who is very generous. He owns a pecan company, and he gives me all the inedible pecan middlings, and we put those in there. And well, the other thing that we put, if you look in here, is cattle creep, and that's what it's called. It's called creep. This creep is 12%. You can get 14%, and I heard that you can even get like 18%. Now, if you ask me, I'm a skeptic, and I like to do things on my own, but I think that most of these deer feeds are really a scam. They buy the feed or they have it made like everybody else with extra calcium or whatever it may be. But what deer need in the summertime, if I'm not mistaken, is protein. So the creep has 12%. You got 6% with the corn. And the pecans, believe it or not, have 18% protein. So they devour this stuff. Some of it is kind of powdery if you look at these pecans. But I guarantee you, they'll pick everything up. They will not leave anything. They'll rub themselves up against the feeder so they can get this stuff out. And they really go to town on it. So try the creep. I'm not saying that all those other kinds of feeds like quadruple down and super buck and all that don't work. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying that there's other things that are a lot less expensive. You can get a sack of creep for $8, or you can get 20 pounds of some of that super point buck feed that has the same amount of protein, you know, for $10. I just feel that that's a little wasteful. So you guys take care. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to work here, do a little bit of mowing, and then I'm going to head on home. It looks like we're expecting some more rain. You guys take care.